Hello viewers! Do you have a red airbag warning light that stays on all the time on your car's dashboard? Or maybe there is a message on the display saying something about the SRS system malfunction. Either way, this clearly indicates a problem with the airbags in your car, which might prevent them from deploying in a crash. And that, I'm sure, is not something any of you want, so let's see what might be causing the issue and, more importantly, how to fix it. Let's go! As we shall see later on, the airbag system in our cars are quite elaborate, so a lot can go wrong. But let's go through the most common issues you're most likely to come across. The airbag system contains sensors that monitor when the seat belts are fastened. If something has gotten into the buckle, it could be interfering with the connection. To repair the problem, clean out the seat buckle of foreign objects. If you don't see anything, spray into the buckle with compressed air. If someone is sitting in the front seat, there is a sensor that alerts the airbag system. It not only tells the sensor that someone is there, but it also reads weight. If there is an adult in the seat, the passenger airbag will be ready to protect the occupant. However, when the sensor doesn't work right, it can cause the airbag light to come on. Water damage can quickly lead to corrosion inside the vehicle. If this occurs among the airbag system components, it can spell disaster. Not only can it cause the warning light to go on, but it can also affect the functionality of the system. The only way to fix this problem is to thoroughly inspect all of the components for corrosion. Anything that is affected needs to be replaced. The clock spring is an electrical connector located inside the steering wheel. Its primary function is to maintain a connection with the airbag control module even while the wheel is turning. However, this part suffers from a lot of abuse. If it stops working, the driver's side airbag might not deploy during an accident. And obviously you will also get a warning with the airbag light alerting you to the situation. Over time, all electrical components fail. The airbag control module is no different, and it's not immune to malfunctioning. Heat, excessive vibration, age and water damage can all lead to its demise. If the airbag light comes on because of a dead computer, the only repair is a replacement. As with any other electrical system, the airbags, modules and other components are connected with wiring, which can get damaged because of many reasons. Or more commonly, some of the wiring connectors may get unplugged. For instance, if the car has seats with airbags, there will be a wiring connector underneath them. And if the interior is cluttered with, say, empty cans of beverages, they could get jammed by the seat and damage the connector. Your airbag light might be on after an accident if the airbags do not deploy. When a collision occurs, the system is likely triggered through a crash sensor. However, if something malfunctions, causing your airbags to fail, a fault will be sent to the computer. The result is the airbag light telling you that the computer needs to be reset. Obviously, quite a lot of things can trigger the airbag warning light, so checking them at random doesn't make any sense. Even more, you could accidentally cause some of the airbags to deploy, which is both dangerous and will lead to unnecessary expenses. Instead, I'd recommend hooking up your car to a diagnostic scanner and checking what's causing the airbag warning. Who knows, you might be lucky and it's something like an unplugged connector. Plug it back in and the problem is solved. Well, partially solved to be honest, as you still need to reset the warning light, which is best done with the diagnostic scanner. You'll use it to clear the stored error codes from the airbag's control module. Once this is done, the car will know everything is okay and won't trigger a warning light anymore. But not all OBD2 scanners are capable of doing this. Many cheap ones can only see engine-related codes, with airbags and other systems being beyond their reach. Apart from using the scanner, you can hope the airbag warning light resets on its own after you've driven the car for a few miles, or try disconnecting the battery for 15 minutes. Still, while these methods may give desired results, there is no guarantee they will work on your car. Now, even if resetting the airbag warning has solved the issue, you might want to learn how these life-saving devices work. You especially want to do so if the problem is a bit more elaborate and requires a deeper analysis. The airbag is exactly what its name suggests, a fabric bag full of air. In normal circumstances, it's neatly tucked inside the steering wheel or hidden behind the dashboard, and it doesn't do anything. But if the car crashes into something, an inflator, which is a small explosive within the airbag, blows it up within milliseconds, providing a protective cushion for the occupants. Or in simple words, it prevents the driver and passengers from hitting the steering wheel, windshield, or pillars. Besides the airbags, most modern cars feature several additional devices, all working together to increase protection during a crash. One of them is a seat belt pretensioner, which pulls the seat belt buckle downwards and tightens the belt around the passenger's torso. Then, some cars have headrests that tilt forward to prevent neck injury, especially when being hit from behind. All these components are controlled by an airbag module, which closely monitors the readings from motion sensors placed around the vehicle. If any of them show rapid change of speed, the module concludes the car is in a crash and immediately deploys airbags, pretensioners, and other safety features. The airbags are fitted in a way to deploy in front of the driver and passengers, as well as around them in some applications, which closely determines their location. Obviously, you'll have one inside the steering wheel for the driver and, in most cars, another hiding inside the dashboard for the passenger. Some cars will have additional airbags scattered around, so you can have one within the seat's backrest and several of them tucked behind the pillar trims, which will deploy and form a curtain, and even some that will inflate to protect your knees. How many airbags are there differs depending on the car, but they are usually marked with a badge or sticker, just like this one, so that you know there is an airbag behind it. Here's one common question among drivers. Is it okay and safe to drive with the airbag warning on? And the simple answer is no, it's not. The fact is, with this warning light on, the airbags will most likely fail to deploy in an accident, which hugely increases the risk of an injury. Sure, some will argue they drive carefully and are not likely to have a huge crash, eliminating this risk. But in real-life traffic, it's not just up to you, as you might have a huge 5,000-pound pickup truck run into your car at full speed. And trust me, this is where you'll want to have every bit of protection there is. Even more, as a car owner, you might be liable for injuries your passengers have sustained by airbags not deploying. Don't forget that your car's computers monitor everything and log errors. Not only what they are, but when they happened. What this means is that professional mechanics or traffic investigators can easily see that you've been driving around with broken airbags for years. So with all that in mind, it's best to have the issue checked and, more importantly, taken care of, which brings us to the next question. How much could this cost? Expenses involved in taking care of the airbag warning light and ensuring the system is working correctly vary greatly on what's actually causing the problem. If your issue is something simple such as debris in the belt latch, you might just need some compressed air to resolve the situation. On the other hand, if the problem is one of the airbags, pretensioners, or even the control module itself, you're looking at much heftier repair bills, which can go as high as several $1,000s. The only way to know for sure is to have the code scanned and get an estimate. So that would be all about the airbag warning light and how to get rid of it. I hope you found all this to be helpful, and if so, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and share the video with your friends. But if the warning is still on, something else might be causing the issue. In that case, check out other videos here or visit our site mechanicbase.com for more detailed automotive repair guides. Bye!